morning, everybody, and thanks for waking up with the Chase.
No way.
My God!
That's a 1 and 1, ladies and gentlemen.
What did Dave say? I must ask you a question right now.
1 and 1, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell yeah, brother. Whoa. Sit back, relax, and crack a cold one. The Chase is live.
It's Monday.
Good morning, all my Chase chatters. Get that out of there. Oh, I was
All
hoping
you
it would land.
chasers.
What's up, babes? How are you guys? Good morning to everyone. Ooh, welcome to another edition of The Chase. That's right, Jordan 1. Let's do this. Hold on. Best day of the week?
Whoa.
I'm going to have to tee you up for that
That's
one.
the technical.
I'm going to have to tee you up for that one. But here's the thing. You know what's worse than Mondays? Quote me right now, Tuesday is the worst day of the week.
Yeah, Tuesdays are
There's-
struggle bus.
Literally nothing to look forward to.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, can we just move on and get closer to the weekend now? This is ridiculous.
Exactly. This is ridiculous. But I'm Troy Licastro alongside my broadcast partner here, David Yarger. How was your weekend, though?
Busy and eventful. Bandits game Friday, wedding on Saturday. Sunday was just kind of chilling, but still very, very busy. How about you?
First of all, Chad, I hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Mine, I spent it doing probably the most Western New York thing you could do, and that's a meat raffle.
Meat. Those are fun, though.
And I know you guys are probably like, what the hell is a meat raffle? Well, maybe I'll explain it in another stream.
It's a raffle where you try to win meat.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but there's more layers to it. Like, it is just raffling off meats, but I feel like there's
Free beer.
different things. There's free beer.
Basket raffles.
I'll have a whole chat on this later if you
The
guys
Chase,
want.
Chase Unplugged. We'll talk about meat raffles.
G-Train says Wisconsin understands us.
Oh, love to hear it.
I mean, even though we're Northeasterners, I feel like
that seems like that would also be a Wisconsin kind of thing.
I was gonna say, even though we're Northeasterners, I feel like we are very close to Midwestern.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In a
terms
sense,
of lifestyles, if you will.
Yeah, I could definitely see
Big
that.
meat guys here in Buffalo for sure. See, JWP said the same thing. Midwest feeling seen with the meat raffle. Okay, good. I'm glad we're not the only ones because I thought that was like a very just Western New York thing, very hyper regionalized.
My first meat raffle was actually with that Chris Smith 324. It was a good time, let me tell you. The best $100 pork chops.
Just focus on the prompter because he's writing messages in there. I love meat.
Skill
But
set.
see, he likes when I acknowledge him because then I'm giving him more power.
Oof.
All right, what do you say we get this party started and give people motivation for Tuesday after that?
Become the kind of leader that people would follow voluntarily, even if you had no title or position. Brian Tracy.
Wow. Thank you, Brian.
Yes.
And thank you, David.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into
Thank
some
you.
show. What did you say?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, let's get into some show teases here. First off, we'll welcome Paul Lesko onto the broadcast. Paul is popularly known as the hobby litigator. Any legal talk that's going on in the hobby, you can bet he's covering it. Then we'll shift into Around the Hobby, where we'll get a first glance at Eminence basketball. Very early look at it. Hopefully you guys enjoy that, because I know I will. Then we'll discuss some old guy who had people fooled all in the hobby. This guy really just pulling one over
That's
on
not
people.
even the best sentence you're going to read today.
I can't wait. Can't wait. Also, another Mickey Mantle card besides the 52 is making waves in the hobby. And lastly, a big-time LeBron James game-used jersey is heading to auction, which one, you may ask? You're going to have to stay tuned to figure it out.
Haha.
Then, of course, we'll hit up all new releases in this week's Wax, and we'll close it out with a box rip giveaway of UD Signature Editions Legends Hockey, which finally, it has arrived.
It has hit the desk.
We've been waiting for it. It has arrived.
It has finally made its
I'm super
presence.
excited about it. What's up, chat? T
Chat.
Fishbone just checking in the chat because guess what? Today we're going to get to our live guest. So, Captain, if you could just keep going with the prompter a little bit here. We'll come back with the... You must not have been in that conversation that was happening right in front of you. You'll get it. You'll get it. You're new. You'll get it.
It's all right.
Keep going down.
There we go.
There we go. He broke it. He has no idea.
Just crank that thing.
Come on. Crank it like Soldier Boy. What's up, B Tizzy? I'm learning.
So T Fishbone. Oh, you must. You must.
Look at
be,
now. He's like, look.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Captain fixed it. We're all ready to bring on the live guest this morning. I just mentioned it like a minute ago. Today we have Paul Lesko, the hobby's litigator himself. Like we said earlier, this is crawling at a snail's pace. If there's some legal action going on in the hobby, you can bet that he's on top. What are you doing? You're not doing your job. You know what? Screw it. Throw it out.
Paul's gonna be watching this and being like, "What am I getting
Look at
myself
I
into?"
can see him laughing already on there. He has no idea. Captain's new. Oh my goodness. All right, forget it, Stevens. I'm just gonna bring on Paul. I'm just gonna bring him on. He's waited enough. So let's bring him in right now. Good morning, Paul. How you doing? Are you watching all this craziness go down?
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. I think it's been a long time coming. At least in my head it is, because I've followed you for a while on all of our various accounts that we have. So I always see your stuff popping up, and I always find it very interesting. So it's about time.
Right. No, I really appreciate coming on. I mean, there's so much stuff going on legally in the hobby. It just every week it seems like there's something new, there's something crazy, and it's really fun to cover. So.
It really is. It's fun to read because, you know, there's things where you think you know what's going on, but then I feel like I read your tweets, and of course we see some of the court documents and that, and then I really realize I'm like, oh, there's some crazy stuff happening. But I like it. I like that inside look.
No, because that's, you know, there's if you're an outsider looking at legal actions, you think there's a lot more going on, or sometimes even a lot less. But a lot of what's going on in legal actions is just, I am supposed to do this by the rules. I'm supposed to say this by the rules. And like one thing that everybody always gets upset about is they're asking for more than $5 million. Well, the reason they're asking for that is to be in federal court, not in state court, because there's just certain distinctions that are there. So sometimes it looks like greed when really it's like, no, I like this judge better than I like that judge.
Which is, yeah, that's interesting. All right, well, you know what? What do you say we kind of get rolling here with first little questions, if you don't mind? I think that was a great introduction. So first thing I noticed right on the bio of yours on your Twitter, is the law of cards. So I want to know, can you kind of share with the viewers, in your words, what that law of cards is that you wrote?
Sure. So in 2008, I started to blog a little bit about lawsuits in the hobby, and I got picked up by the Cardboard Connection. And I was writing, every time there'd be any update or any lawsuit, I would write a little blog about it. And there's just bunches of those blogs out there. I think I have over 600 articles that are out there about lawsuits in the hobby. And when I started doing it, I got lucky because it was 2011 is when I started to really cover some fun cases, including Upper Deck versus Upper Deck and Tops versus Leaf. There was all types of really exciting cases going on. And it's a crazy hobby. So whenever you see Law of Cards, that's what I originally wrote a lot of my blogs under. And that's if you just Google Law of Cards, Paul, you'll see a bunch of my articles from quite a bit of time.
And it's funny because you bring up the Upper Deck versus Upper Deck. That totally reminds me of John Fogerty versus John Fogerty. So congratulations to John Fogerty for finally actually winning the rights to his songs. But it is a crazy hobby. I think that's what people don't realize is, you know, even though maybe it went into you talk about 2011, maybe a little bit of a lull, or, you know, it was really the hardcore fans, but now it must be great to be posting these, you know, the legal documents in these crazy cases because it is so mainstream compared to where it was when you did start.
Yeah, there was a fun in that Upper Deck versus Upper Deck action. I remember there was one of the parties actually posted one of my articles in the lawsuit, and the judge said that this is this is great for public exposure, but really you're a little niche industry. There's not many people that follow this, and so I thought that was really cute that you had a federal judge saying, "Oh, how cute trading cards." But I mean, nowadays it's mainstream news, and you're getting a lot of $1 million. It seems like a new multi-million-dollar card every other week's being sold, and it's just great. Then some of them have legal issues to go along with it.
There's a great comment in our Twitch stream right now that says, you picked a good hobby to get into when there's a hobby litigator.
For sure.
So I got to ask you, how far back does digging into the hobby law go for you?
Yeah, it really. So I've been a lawyer since 1999, and I started doing intellectual property litigation, mainly patents, but also trademarks and copyrights. And I was an original collector as a kid in the 80s, and then I got back heavily into collecting when my kids were born in 2006 and 2008. And at that time, when I got out of the hobby, I didn't realize there were autographs. I didn't realize there were memorabilia cards. So I really dove in collecting, and then I saw all the legal issues that were there. And it was one of those things where, intellectual property is kind of it's a smaller set of litigation that I was really interested in. And you had my hobby itself that I was collecting had a lot of intellectual property involved there. So I originally started to write about it just to explain to people, hey, this is a card. It's got copyright issues, trademark issues. There's logos, rights of publicity. But then I saw that the participants here, the manufacturers, they're crazy. They love suing. So it quickly became looking at the litigation. So that's really what got me into it. And since 2008, it's really been when I've been really covering the hobby in good detail.
Paul, that makes me curious now because, you think lawyer, collector, people probably don't find too many similarities in those two. But for you, how much do you think being a collector has helped you in your, adventures as a lawyer?
It really does, because I'm first and foremost, I'm a litigator. So my job, especially for intellectual property cases, is to be able to take complex actions and explain them to a jury of 6 people, your neighbors, basically. So that's why trading cards, some of the issues that are involved there are really complex, and it really helps me where, if I first start explaining an issue about right of publicity, sometimes people come back and say, I don't know what you're saying. So I'm like, okay, if this was my jury, if this was my job and I had to explain it, I just failed. So it gives me a lot of attempts to explain complex legal issues, and hopefully people get it. And it's really good feedback to me when they don't get it, because then I get to go back to the go back to the drawing board and try again. And it has actually really, I think, helped me be a better litigator, because if I can't explain a trading card to collectors, I'm not going to be able to explain a patent involving quantum mechanics to a jury.
So speaking of explaining things to collectors, I'm familiar with the Freedom of Information law. Obviously, you can foil things, but for the people at home and, maybe some people here, what other work really goes into gaining access to those documents that you're able to report on?
Yeah, I do. The way that I write, I try to solely look at the parties' filings, either in courts or in other agencies. I don't want an interview with people. I don't want to know what their spin is. So I solely look at the legal documents. So the first place I normally look is federal court filings. All federal courts, all courts actually are supposed to be open. Every action that happens in courts, any member of the public can sit in on the courts, can look at the filings. So the first place I look is court filings. You've probably seen some of my posts ranting and raving about open courts, because nowadays a lot of companies are, I think, abusing the system and are sealing a lot of documents that shouldn't be sealed from the public. And, companies should be able to seal some documents. If there are truly trade secrets, customer lists, pricing information, that stuff should be sealed. But I think a lot of, especially when you have a manufacturer versus a manufacturer, they agree, hey, let's kind of litigate this outside of the public's eye and make it all private. And nothing makes me madder than that. But But it's just really anything that's involved with the government should be open under Freedom of Information Act or Freedom of Information laws. Filings at the trademark office, filings at the patent office, all those are freely and publicly available. So every morning I wake up before I do any work, I've got probably 25 different links that I go to that auto-populate, look to see what's there, what are the new updates. And most times everything is freely available. And if it's not, then you'll see me rant for 4 or 5 minutes and post an American flag and say America, because we're supposed to be able to see all that. Their tax money is, our tax money pays for courts. And if parties decide to use our courts to settle their disputes, we should be able to see what's happening there.
Yeah, and you kind of talked about transparency there a little bit, which I think is a good thing to get into. How important do you feel it is that collectors are owed this kind of transparency with, the legal situations that are going on?
Yeah, I think transparency, especially in the hobby, is really important. I think a lot of the issues that pop up is because manufacturers try to hide the ball, whether it's because their legal department tells them not to talk about it, or it's just a general corporation doesn't want to do it. I think a lot of problems. I remember Leaf a little bit ago when they had patch cards. They would actually have a database of all their patch cards with the numbers on there, so you could go go to their website, look them up, and see what was out there. And that would do a really good job of eliminating, potential swapped out patch cards or counterfeit cards. So in instances like that, transparency is really important. Plus, I think when it comes to issues like redemptions, there's a big redemption lawsuit against Panini right now about whether their redemptions are legal or not. Because as the litigation turned on, it looked like there were some years that up to 25% of their redemptions were not being fulfilled. They were being replaced instead. And that's one of those cases where it's a consumer fraud case. Had Panini said, oh, hey, we're really bad at doing redemptions, up to 25% of them, you may not actually get them. Hopefully you'll get one. There would be no lawsuit, because that's Panini telling everybody the truth. But because they didn't tell people that up to 25% of their redemptions were going to be replaced, that now they're in court and that's being litigated whether or not their redemption program was legal. So I tend towards the side that I think more transparency is better, so long as it doesn't interfere with your price lists or your customer lists, especially in this hobby. There's no real trade secrets in this hobby. I really think I think manufacturers should be more open, and I think it would lead to a lot less disputes.
I think the chat agrees with you. I'm not going to lie right now. I'm watching the Twitch chat, and as soon as you said the word redemption, they went nuts. So
yeah, it's popping off.
You
right
definitely,
now.
you struck the nerve there. You struck the right chord talking about that. So I want to get into some recent cases, though. You and I kind of talked about this on Twitter, how I wanted to just cover some things that are making the news currently. And right now, we mentioned it earlier a little bit, but the case of Mayo Gilbert McNeil, that's right, that's a real name, 82-year-old man being charged for selling fakes, including an 86 Fleer Jordan rookie. I mean, what do you got on this for us?
Yeah, this is a crazy case. I mean, I know there's always been rumors out there or one-off pieces of evidence that there were potentially fake Jordan cards that were out there, especially fake graded cards. And so this indictment came down last week, and I believe he was also arrested. And in there, it shows that he and at least one other co-conspirator put together some type of scam where the co-conspirator would obtain PSA slabs and labels. And somehow they were able to put counterfeit cards in the slabs. So they'd be selling the indictment itself mentions selling PSA 10 Michael Jordan counterfeits, PSA 9, PSA 8s. So there was quite a few of these. And just, doing a back of the napkin calculation, it looks like he was selling these around in 2017 to 2019 for about $4,500 each. The indictment says that he did this for at least $800,000. So, just doing quick back of the napkin math, I mean, there could be, anywhere between 150 to 200 if that pricing information contains graded counterfeit Michael Jordan cards that are potentially out there on the market. So that's, kind of frightening because,
Yeah.
most people buy slabs, and whether you're buying the card or you're buying the grade, at least you had some confidence that, hey, the card's at least authentic. It's graded, no matter what, it's authentic. But now for older slabs of, from those time frames, there are some real concerns that are out there. So it might show some people second guessing or resending some slabs that they obtained maybe on the cheap back to PSA to see what's going on. But it's just recently happened. Last week was the indictment was filed. We don't know who the co-conspirator is yet. I'm wondering if the FBI is waiting to arrest them before they make an announcement. But I think it's going to be something that we'll be watching for a long time now.
Which, so to me, is interesting for a couple of reasons, because one, you did it before the boom. You mentioned the years 2017 to 2019, and two, it causes more than just a problem at the surface level. I'm sure people who aren't collectors, who maybe read that headline on a local news station, whether it's on TV or online, is probably just like, wow, that's a lot of money. But now, from a collector's sense, yeah, it creates so much deeper of an issue. The money. Are people going to be like, about the grade, a little hesitant now?
Lack of trust.
Right, lack of trust. So, just a very interesting. But the boom thing, I thought this would be something 2020 maybe.
Right.
This guy'd be selling these, but no, this guy was doing it before.
Right.
Yeah. No, and it's 2020 when everybody was stuck at home and the Last Dance came on. MJ 86 Fleer was the card to get, and he's however many he put out there. Who knows if those changed hands or what happened there? But it's a weird situation, and I think a lot of people are going to be looking at some of their PSA graded cards and grinding their teeth a little bit.
It puts a lot of other people in harm's way too, because like you said, trading hands. Think about, say, like, okay, I bought the fake MJ from somebody, but then you wanted to give me $5,000 for it.
That spreads.
I sell it to you, and then you sell it. So it's
also a very good point. 100%.
Speaking of,
I think you're exactly nailed, hit it on the head, because you're going to see right there. Let's say you had something, it was a fake MJ that exchanged hands 3 times. Whoever's the last one caught with the MJ, what's their recourse? Well, unfortunately, it'll be probably in the courts, and they could sue the person they got the card from, but that person says, "Hey, I'm innocent. I didn't know anything about that." They sue the person that they got it from. We'll see if that actually happens, but considering the dollar values of these cards, it wouldn't shock me if we don't see some more MJ 1986 Fleer litigation in the near future.
Speaking of stuff that can affect the hobby in the future, last week, big stuff on Twitter came out saying TikTok's banning breaking. What do you got for us on that? Because obviously that's a very interesting concept. Breaking has been booming. TikTok, what's going on there?
Yeah. So from what I can see there, I think it was a little bit of a overreaction for TikTok banning box breaks. I think in some instances it has, but I don't think it's been a 100% ban of it. However, and this is going to make quite a few people unhappy, is for years I have insisted that box breaks, if run wrong, are illegal. I did an interview, I think in 2014, with a real smart attorney who did contest sweepstakes laws, Dale Jerling, exactly about box breaks. And his point was, anytime where you have chance, money exchanging hands, and a prize, if you don't do those correctly, you can be an illegal box break. And the biggest issue with box breaks is you have people are going for high prize cards. Not everybody gets the same thing, and some people don't get any cards whatsoever. A lot of people say, well, that's just how trading cards are. How do trading cards get around that? And that's, trading cards actually have a no purchase necessary option. The reason they do that, it's not because they're nice. They do that to get around contest laws, because allegedly people who submit for an NPN have the same chance of getting a chase card as if you bought a pack. So that eliminates the contest or the chance and the consideration in the for contests for manufacturers. But when it comes to a box break, it's very difficult to do that, because if there was a no purchase necessary option that had the same right as everybody else to, say, all the Cardinals prospects coming up, well, nobody would ever pay, and they would just submit the NPN. So it's very difficult. We'll I've been saying for years that there will be box break lawsuits against breakers. It hasn't happened. So maybe my read and Dale's reads are a little too strict on it, but I think there are some real concerns when it comes to the legality of box breaks, and that's why I think TikTok no longer allows it. And I believe a while back, I think eBay also removed box breaks from their platform also.
Which is interesting about eBay, because I do know that they had the beta, which I believe was later last year, maybe in quarter three. But I know they tried out the eBay Live at least. So I don't, I'm not sure where that would lead to. And obviously we know Fanatics is going to be putting out a beta at least of their kind of almost like the eBay Live as well. So definitely something interesting to keep an eye on for sure.
Yep. Yeah. With everything with Fanatics is going to be interesting to keep eyes on. I think that's something that's going to change the hobby, and I think the hobby that we know right now is going to be completely changed in 3 years.
I couldn't agree more. So it's going to be an interesting ride. I'm looking forward to it. So we talked about breakers real quick right there. You mentioned that obviously with the TikTok situation. So crediting you, we did check out and cover a story here that Backyard was attempting or possibly attempting to trademark Nicky Rips for things such as apparel and podcasts. So where do you think this could go? Or, do you think it's something that just might be dismissed and kind of swept under the rug?
That's a little funny thing, because trademarks are a little bit different than other IP. They're different than copyrights, and they're different patents, because trademarks are a use it or lose it. You have to use your trademarks in commerce, and if you don't, they become abandoned. So it's funny to me that you have a company trademarking the nickname of I guess now former employee to use on apparel and shirts like that. So are they going to continue selling Nicky Rips shirts even though he's not there? It'll be something interesting to follow, because if they aren't going to be selling apparel or using that trademark, then you're not going to be able to hold on to those trademark rights. Also, we won't be able to see it. This goes to the transparency part, but did Nicky Rips have a contract with Backyard Breaks? In that, did he assign all of his intellectual property, including his trademarks? I mean, you commonly see that with wrestlers, where you'll have a wrestler move from one organization to another, but can't take their nickname with. So it's kind of like that. So it'll be interesting to see. Right now, the trademark filings are rather new. There's not been much progress on them. Nicky Rips can show up and try and oppose it at some point. So it's one thing I've added in my morning searches. I have a lot of searches for tops and upper deck, and I now have one for Nicky Rips. So it's pretty funny.
Did you have that on your bingo card?
I did not. No, if I ever had a bingo card for the hobby, I would be losing so much. I mean, something new happens all the time.
Yeah, 100%.
Something else that we've seen that you've been following at length is, Alan and Steven Spiegel. Is it Spiegel? You wrote that.
I said Spiegel.
Spiegel? All right. Suing both Card Porn and Golden over the 03-04 UD Exquisite RPA of LeBron. There's a lot of layers to this one, but what's the latest on that you can give us?
Yeah, that is, that's my crazy fun case to watch for 2023. So that's the case that started where Card Porn allegedly disparaged this card by saying that it was a fake card, counterfeit. The swatch was substituted out, and that therefore it's worthless. This all came to a head during the Golden was auctioning off this card. And because of what Card Porn was saying, Golden ended up canceling the auction, and that's what gave rise to the lawsuit, because the card was at $690,000 when the auction was canceled. The Spiegels allege it would have gone for over $1 million, and now they can't sell it, so they want some money back. So they've sued both card porn. They need to first figure out who card porn is. So they're trying to do some discovery and serve subpoenas on Instagram to get the identity of card porn so they could really officially start that lawsuit. But then I think it was 2 weeks ago, they sued Golden Auction and Ken Golden, saying that they've been hurt because Golden Auctions and Ken Golden were actually, basically their representative. They had a fiduciary duty to them to make sure that this auction was completed, and they failed to do that. So they're trying to get their money either through Golden's or through card porn, or a bit of both, or all from both. And both lawsuits are really at their early stages. Legal matters do not take a short time. They take a long time to go. And especially with the card porn action, trying to figure out who they are, that's going to take months to get that through the system. The Golden ones should move a little bit more quickly because obviously they know who the Goldens are. But, we should potentially within the next 30 to 60 days see what the Goldens position is. And then we'll be off to the races watching that one too.
A lot going on.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I think, Paul, I'm already booking it. I think we need to definitely have you back on for sure to just catch up with some of these things.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think in between the when you reached out, that's when the whole McNeil MJ counterfeiting thing came up. So it's, I'm glad you don't have a schedule of what we're going to talk about a week in advance, because it's going to completely change by the time I get on.
Exactly. That's why. Exactly. That's why sometimes I think it's just better to kind of fly by the seat of your pants and just have that organic reaction to things instead of a manufactured reaction, for sure.
We got to give Paul his own segment, Case of the Month. He just comes on once a month and discusses his favorite case.
I'm getting the wheels turning now. Well, Paul, one last thing we like to do for every guest that we have on is please just let everybody know who's going to watch the replay and who's watching live right now. Where can they follow you and find your work?
Sure. I'm on Twitter at Paul_Lesko. I tweet every day about the updates in the cases, and I put together huge long threads on everything that I'm sure everybody reads the first two and then says, okay, good enough. We're done. But feel free to check me out on Twitter. If you have any questions about legal issues, reach out to me. I try to handle everything. I can't give legal advice, but I can. If you have questions about how the law and the hobby interact, I'll try and answer your questions.
There you go, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, the hobby litigator himself, that is Paul Lesko. Paul, thanks for your time, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, guys. This has been a blast.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the week.
Okay, bye, guys.
There you go, Paul Lesko. Yes, a lot of great insight there from him, for sure, on everything revolving around the hobby. So, yeah, definitely would be fun to have him back on to just keep up on some of these cases that are going on, because that's what I'm saying. It's an everyday thing. Like I said, please make sure you follow him on Twitter, because he does. He has a lot of great insight daily. There's literally things coming across his desk at home every single day that he's tweeting about, whether it's, like he said, whether it's trademarking or, legal action being taken against somebody. So very, very interesting reads, for sure.
Yeah, and the best part is if you're like me and you don't really understand a lot of legal terminology that are in these documents, he breaks it down, really simplifies it, so pretty much almost anyone can understand. So
yes, that's a great point too. Yeah, it's not. You could try to read the legal jargon if you want, but he definitely does break it down for you in a way where it's easily consumable, and you're like, oh, okay, I understand that.
Yeah. Sometimes I read the document and I'm just like, I don't know what I just read.
Dude, trust me, when I used to work in news, how many articles I had to write using the court documents, I had no idea.
Oh, believe me, the town hall meetings.
You know, the town hall minutes, baby.
Oy.
All right, let's get into Around the Hobby, though. It's about that time of the show. And we're going to start up with an early look at Eminence basketball. If you remember, the football version of this product actually came out during the National. That's right. Panini was delivering cases of Eminence football to people at their booths. Pretty crazy. We saw some fun breaks. We did a break ourselves. We saw Chase, little Pullman. He did his break of Eminence, so we got to see a lot of this. So Eminence is returning with a loaded selection of top-tier signers. 9 autographs and 1 other card per box on average. And look for first-time and rare signers, including members of the NBA's 75th anniversary team. You see the
Barkley.
you see the round mound of rebound right there. Chase dual autographs from notable pairs of rookies, legends, and more. Also pull autograph cards paired with bars of real silver, gold, or platinum.
That Evan Mobley card was nasty.
And the product is tentatively slated to release in late March. So we're having a look at the cards here. So we'll discuss real quick. I let Yarger know too that I saw somewhere, I think it was on Beckett, it might have been Cracknell who was writing it, that this is returning for the first time since the 2019-2020 season.
Right.
So that's the thing is Eminence is one of those products you're not necessarily getting every single season.
Right. It's one of those where you kind of like sit and wait for it to come out. So I'm pretty jacked. We need to do like a big break of this.
It would be great to do a break of it. Hopefully you guys like those. I think the cards look beautiful. The color that they use too. You know, you see your golds, you see your silvers, but they use kind of like that, almost like a platinum or like that bluish hue, if you will, to the colors. I really like the look of these though, and to be honest with you, I'm excited to see when the checklist comes out. But I know the football checklist, like it didn't really have a bad name on there. It was just kind of one of those things where it was names were just better than others.
Right. And I mean, we were talking before the show, and you were like, "Ooh, this card's sweet," and you showed me, and it was Shaq and Dwayne Wade in Miami Heat jerseys. It was like a championship duo card or something. It was pretty sick. So
yeah, it was pretty dope. So we'll have to see, Eminence. And it's funny too because you think of a regular calendar year of products that are slated, and usually your top tiers like your flawless, and then your NTs, your immaculates, right? But I would even put Eminence, in my opinion, above the flawless.
in that upper echelon.
Oh yeah, the from the presentation down to the actual cards. I mean, if you remember the football one, it was literally like a black wooden case, and it was huge. It was massive, and you slide the top off, and it's 2 layers. There was foam on the top layer, and it had like 5 cards, and then I think 4 on the bottom is how they did it, or 5 and 5. I think it was because it's 9 autos and 1 other card. So you had 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom. So I'm really looking forward to that, honestly.
Yep. All right, next up, Mickey Mantle's added again with another card. And no, it's not his 52 Topps rookie or his 51 Bowman. The card making waves is actually his 1963 Topps card. The card was released 60 years ago this spring, and as we all know, any Mantle card is a good card. A PSA 9 of this card sold back in February for $50,421, and according to Sports Collectors Digest, in 2022, 2 more editions of the card sold for $81,000 and $90,000. They said in that same article, if you're in the market for one, but a PSA 9 is, maybe a little too pricey, shift your focus down. Grades between 3 and 6 range anywhere between $400 and $750. So hey, happy 60th anniversary to the 63 Mantle.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, Mickey. And we talked about this with Paul at length here. Some hobbyists getting duped by the old grandpa from the movie Up. That's right. Okay, it wasn't that guy. But an 82-year-old was charged recently in a $800,000 sports card fraud scheme, which included some fake, high-graded 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan rookies. On top of fake cards, the man was also selling fake holders. In one instance, the man had a victim wire transfer $4,500 in exchange for a fake PSA 10 of the Fleer rookie. You can see that on the screen right now. PSA later determined the card was a fake. In an article on Sports Collectors Digest, the FBI, assistant director in charge, Driscoll said, quote, as alleged, Mr. McNeil defrauded sports memorabilia collectors of more than $800,000 by intentionally misrepresenting the authenticity of the trading cards he was peddling when, in fact, they were counterfeit. The FBI remains committed to investigating fraud at all levels and bringing the subjects who engage in it to justice.
Careful what you're buying, peeps.
That's right.
Keep your eyes open. Anyways, lastly, for Around the Hobby, big-time LeBron James jersey. LeBron James is set to hit the auctions at the end of the month. Infinite Auctions posted a preview of the infamous broken air conditioning cramp game, a.k.a. Game 1 of the 2014 NBA Finals. The James jersey comes from his 25-point, 6-rebound performance, but more famously, it was the jersey where LeBron left midway through the fourth quarter with severe cramping due to arena conditions where temperatures soared above 90 degrees. And it's already hot in San Antonio, so I don't know. Upon LeBron's departure, the Spurs embarked on a 30-9 run, and LeBron eventually came back, giving one last heartfelt push, but unfortunately, the Heat ended up having to carry him off the floor after that game. The jersey is signed by LeBron and inscribed with "Verse the Spurs," 6-5-14, Game 1. It was also inscribed 4th straight finals. The minimum bid for the jersey is starting at $500K. The auction will begin March 26th on the Infinite website.
You guys say that I'm an old man anyways, so I might as well play the role, right? All I'm saying is Jordan never would have got carted off.
Next.
Am I right, though? I'm just saying, you know what?
He didn't get carted off. He
or
got
whatever,
carried off.
carried off.
He finished the game.
Doesn't matter. Jordan wouldn't have went off in the first place. Flu game. That's all I'm saying. See? Kristoff, play with the flu. You're right, JBC. I would try to never get carted off. I'd play with the flu. I'd puke all over the hardwood.
LeBron did play an NBA Finals with a broken hand. I'm just saying.
No, I don't hate LeBron like everybody else. All I'm saying is Jordan would have stayed on.
They did get swept 4-0, but that's fine.
They sure did. Go Spurs. I love Greg Popovich.
2018 NBA Finals, broken hand. He scored 51 in Game 1, triple-double. And
Well, that's
we
for the
still
Cavs.
lost because George Hill and J.R. Smith are idiots. So, next.
That's the Cavs fan in him speaking, ladies and gentlemen. All right, new releases for the week. Yep, we got to get to this week's wax. We're going to start with the much anticipated, Panini Prism Football, baby, 2022. Every box contains 2 autographs, 10 numbered prisms, 3 base, and 1 rookie prism. On top of that, there are 24 rookies and 7 inserts parallels. This is where you'll be able to find the first prism cards of rookies like Kenny Pickett, Brock Purdy, Malik Willis, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and many more. Deep class. This is also the 10-year anniversary of Prism Football. Hooray! So celebrate with an all-new tribute insert in Prism Flashbacks. That's right. Prism Silvers, Mojo, Gold, and Black Finite available in the tribute set. You saw there, Stevens ran through it. I think it was the Tom Brady showed you. Tom Brady in Bucs uniform, but on a 2013 design.
For some reason.
Yep, there you go, right there.
Me thinking future-wise, because you know me, big prospect guy, I'm interested to see how the QBs play in the next coming years to see how much the price ranges start to go with this 2022 Prism.
Yeah.
Because obviously you've seen like Allen's year, Prism for that year is cray-cray.
Even on the back of just Mahomes. The 2017 stuff is outrageous.
Yeah.
So I think that's a great point.
I think a lot of people are expecting this Prism might be down because the rookies weren't as powerful as other classes, but at the same time, got to give it time to see how how the quarterbacks develop.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like maybe this is one where you buy 2 boxes if you can afford it. You buy one, you open it. The other one you sit on.
Save sealed. Yep. No, I agree with you. All right. Another for Wednesday. We're going to bounce to the court with 22-23 Donruss Elite Basketball Hobby and First Off the Line. In Hobby, every box contains 2 autos, 16 inserts / parallels, and 2 base rookies. Meanwhile, in First Off the Line, you're on the look for 2 autos, 2 first off the line exclusive parallels, 14 inserts and / parallels, and 2 base rookies per box. Your rookies here, quite frankly, you all know it's Paolo Banchero, Benny Matherin, Jabari Smith, Chet Holmgren, all those good rookies. So looking forward to both Hobby and First Off the Line. And were you just telling Cody that he's number 1 again?
Yeah, and you know what? Thank you to Buff Corp for having my back because people don't get Cody's ridiculous humor. Why would you sit on a sealed box? So Corp said to resell at a higher price, LOL. So Corp just said, you're an idiot, bro. L ratioed.
No, wait.
Shut up, dude. Shut up. Oh, yes. Bacon, egg, and captain. Bacon, egg, and captain. Oof, oof, oof. What's up, Javi? Okay, rounding it out this week. Friday, we'll see the release of 22-23 Donruss Choice Basketball. I know, everybody hates the way I say Donruss. Every box contains 2 autographs, 3 exclusive parallels, and 5 exclusive rated rookies. Of course, no, that was over you this time. Of those 2 autographs, find the highly popular Next Day autographs, which I know in Two Bros, they did pull one of those out of the base Donruss. Or rated rookies signatures, which come in exclusive Donruss Choice Parallels number 2 as low as 1. And speaking of rookies, this product will also include that Paolo draft class.
Is this part of the program where we go to the box rip?
Yeah, I think it's time. But before we do that, we haven't done it yet. We got to pick a winner for Fridays. We got to pick a winner for Fridays. We got a little.
That's right.
We wanted to try something new.
Who's
gonna
going
do it later
home with
in
the
show.
C.J. Abrams out of 50?
That's right. We did Bowman's Best on Friday, and we asked you guys who would be an athlete that you think would excel at another sport. I think I got that right. So.
Yep.
Why don't we get a little drum roll, Stevens? Yeah, brother. The winner is Sarah from the YouTubes with the answer of the SNL star Travis Kelce. She thinks he could hit dingers.
I mean,
I think, you know what?
I think
he'd be a good.
I wonder if Travis Kelce
Ever played baseball? I feel like he'd be a good outfielder.
I think he played basketball.
Which also makes sense. But I think that's a good call by Sarah. I love that she called him the SNL star, by the way. Because I heard he killed it. I heard he knocked it out of the park.
Well, yeah. I heard.
No, I think he played football because baseball was too dangerous.
Weird.
Okay.
Anyways, congratulations, Sarah, on the win. So in order to get those Bowman's Best cards, make sure you look for a reply to your comment from the DA Card World account. And once you see that, please send us your shipping information to thechase@dacardworld.com.
I'm trying to see.
Dude, Berkey makes a good point here. J.J. Watt in the NHL. Dude, he'd be like a Chris Pronger.
Jesus.
He'd be huge. He'd be like Nick Antropov.
I remember ESPN, they had Melrose on, and they asked, like, who would you want to see in the NHL? And he said Shaq. Imagine Shaq on skates and just in front of the net, just blocking the entire net.
Wait, TZ, morning afternoon from Florence? What are you doing in Florence?
Where is this?
Oh, TZ.
Oh, I didn't even.
TZ, are you doing this in Are you actually doing this in Florence though?
Gabagoo.
Guaranteed Watt can't skate. Not true. I think Watt actually plays in pickup. I know that doesn't necessarily mean he can skate, but I think he plays like beer league in pickup. Really? JJ Watt had a thing on his Instagram story, I think, the other day that he was playing hockey. I think.
It seems like too massive of a human to be
already in retirement. He loves hockey though. He's a big hockey guy. I think from like his days going to Wisconsin and that.
Oh, I mean that would make sense.
Yeah.
It's a good thing he was out in Arizona the last couple of years of his career to see the Coyotes. So, good hockey.
All right, today we've got the SP Signature Edition Legends Hockey. I'm excited for this one. It dropped last week. We finally got it in. Here it is in the flesh. 2 autos per box, 18 packs. And boy, you are going to see some names on here. You are going to see some legends, quote unquote. It's funny. But I think like Brian Campbell's in this. Obviously, there are Gretzky's. You see Yzerman, but I saw all kinds of names on there.
Give me the Teppo Numanen card.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, if Teppo Numanen's in here. So I think I want to go with this one today. In order to win the cards that we pull, let us know who you think is an underrated legend.
Okay.
Who's like not a Hall of Famer that you think maybe could be in the Hall of Fame, or maybe some guy who just had a wild stretch of years there that just doesn't get appreciated as much as they should. So like an underrated legend of the game. Mine, Danny Healy, 50-07.
Maxim Affinigano.
Oh God. I do need the cutter though.
I actually don't know where it is. Oh,
Special delivery. Oh. Thanks for saving me a slice.
Yeah.
Thanks, brother.
what's that?
Shout out Franco's.
We don't cut corners.
But I do. Thanks, brother. All right, here we go. SP Signature Edition Legends Hockey. Let us know right now who you Sergei Zubov. I love that. So let us know who you think's an underrated legend of the game in hockey.
John Sebastian Jaguar.
Hell yeah, dude.
Gee.
I'm seeing some names here. Vince Coleman, Rod Brendamore, Keith Kachuk. Oh, I love Kachuk.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay, so 18 packs, 9 packs per.
Oh boy.
So I don't know how you want to go here.
I'm so confused. Give me three off the top for each pile.
Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
This is probably a.
You're getting
poor
into
decision.
the meerkat style.
This
of
is
things.
probably a very poor decision on my part.
Both the autos are going to be down. Marion Gaborik is a great one. G Train.
Hey, hi, Dave.
There.
Hello.
Oh, there it is. And there you go.
Very
sir.
nice.
That's for you. Okay, back to me. Here we go. Keith Hernandez, Alexander McGillney, of course. Scott Mellenby. I love these names. Jeremy Roenick, friend of the program. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Luis Tiant. No, I mean in hockey. I love that you're saying Luis Fedorov.
Taro Sugimoto.
Fake. Never played a game. Love that. Shane Corson. Just look at some of these names already. What do we got here? Oh, Marcel Dion.
Okay.
Believe it or not, used to own a sports memorabilia store in Niagara Falls, Ontario. I don't know if
Really?
he still does.
You take a visit?
I met him.
Met him? Nice.
Yeah, cool guy. Well, I was a kid, right? So I didn't know. My dad's like, "Do you know who that was?" I was like, "No." He's like, "That's Marcel Dion." All right.
You
Oh
wanna
my
see
God!
You want to
Biz
see a
made it into
legend?
here.
You want to
Biz
see a
made it
legend?
into here? That's amazing.
Biz Nasty 2.0.
Oh,
Danny.
Danny Briere.
Oh my goodness, this product.
Guy Lafleur on the Canvas Legends in the All-Star jersey. Those were the cool All-Star jerseys back then. I can't believe Biz got a card. That's actually amazing, to be honest.
John
with you.
Scott's got to be in here then.
Oh. One-time All-Star. That's all you need. I know, right? That's why I like this product. I would love to do a break of this, to be honest with you. All right, something in the... Ooh, die cut.
Oh, okay. Look at that.
There's
Pens
even some
jersey.
name. I was gonna say there's some names I don't even recognize. All right, what's our die cut? Who is it? So Tim Kerr on the Decagons. I kind of like. That's actually a sick insert.
That's a pretty nice looking insert.
There is auto versions of this because I saw it on the sell sheet when I was looking.
That's pretty sweet, if I may say so myself.
Dude, Zekin, I would love to have Biz Nasty on the show. Biz, we are a small fish in a big pond, but this is an open invitation for you to come and rip some cards with us. I wonder if he signed for this then.
Oh, Biz? That would
Yeah, I
be-
wonder if Biz signed for this.
Yeah, no, that would be fun.
Brian McCabe, Wendell Clark. There you go. Saku Koivu. Hell yeah. Little Yager dominant. What if I don't get any? What if you get both autos?
That'd be kind of fun.
That's an auto win for you. Dale Howardchuck's a good one, Doctor.
I forgot that. I know
Miller.
we're ripping hockey, but I forgot NFL free agency is like starting today.
Ole the goalie
Oh, that's nice.
with the screaming eagle. Kip Miller. Oh, yeah.
My phone's going crazy about
Yager.
free agency news.
For NFL?
Yeah.
Already? I mean, I know-
Texans and Raiders are expected to pursue former 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo.
I guess he wants 25 mil, I heard.
I'm sorry. I think Jimmy G's ass. But that's just me.
Gordon
Boy,
Murphy.
that's you.
Wins games.
Opinions are like
There you go. There's
Never
Dale
mind.
Howardchuck. How about this? Profiles. Yager. We got like 3 Yager inserts already. I'm not mad about it. One of the
Love a
greatest
good Yager.
mullets. One of the greatest mullets in NHL history. Barrett Jack. Oh, wow.
yes.
Stu Barnes.
Barnes.
That's my childhood right there.
Top shelf when mama hides the
Lanny.
cookies.
I love that we're finally seeing goat head cards make a
Yes.
comeback. Raymond Bork right there.
Wow. There is a lot of Yager in this box. Holy crap.
Yeah, we got like 3 Yager inserts. I love that. Yeah, hopefully that means a Yager auto's coming. You may get both autos, my friend.
I don't know. We'll see. Watch it. You got 2 packs left. Watch it. It's going to be in this one.
Both
and
the
then
autos.
Ben Lovejoy.
Who's that? Ray Whitney. Oh my God, I forgot about Ray Whitney on the canvas. I like that these have the canvas cards.
Is Ryan Whitney going to be in this product?
Listen, I'll tell you right now, if Upper Deck was hip to it and they had their finger on the pulse, they would have a Whitney Biz dual auto in here.
That would be.
This might be an auto. It's an acetate card. Okay, that is weird.
There's the
Brian
soup.
Campbell on, but
Soup.
Why would you not have him on either the Blackhawks or even the Sharks? I don't even care that it's not Sabres. Why would you have him on Florida? That's a Tikkanen. Mason Raymond. Gordie Howe. That's sick.
The Whalers jersey.
Left. Okay, you are going to have now. See, here's the thing, though. I don't know. This is all-time future watch. I don't know if the acetate is like a case type thing here. But there you go.
Somebody said David
Slava
wins.
Kozlov. He wins. He's got both autos. Go for it. Let's
get it.
Paul Coffey should be in the Hall of Fame. Well, it's like that whole core, that whole Edmonton core that helped Gretzky win all those games. Absolutely. I was going to say the insert's going to be like right in the middle.
Yeah. Newendike, Larmer, Hextall. What is this? I'm trying.
Is that Lanny McDonald?
Yeah. Lanny
sick.
McDonald.
I could tell by the mustache.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, we are opening up SP Signature Edition Legends Hockey, and this is a giveaway, ladies and gentlemen. You have to enter by letting us know who you think is an underrated legend in the game of hockey. Let us know who you think is an underrated legend in the game of hockey, because these are all legends. We are seeing some great names.
A little gold right there.
Oh, Van Beesbrook. I always loved his gear.
That old
Brian
Penguin
Trottier?
jersey. Mark Recchi. Beers.
Yes.
Eddie Beers. All right, and this is gold. Look at
Is that there's an auto?
it. I mean, it looks like it's plastic.
Oh, no, never mind. Is it like the...
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's like you
They
can tell
fooled
it's
me.
not a pen. It's Rich Preston. Gold.
That's good news.
So-
We're supposed to get facsimile. Yes, that is
Yeah.
the word, Buff Corp. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I couldn't see too well from over here until he kind of turned it a little bit. Thank you for using the word facsimile, because I forgot about that word.
Big words.
Mm-hmm. I went to college, I swear. Mark Savard.
Cam Neely. There's another
G
gold.
Train.
Now that is a
Nope,
real
that's
auto.
the auto.
That is a real auto. Mike Zook.
Mike Zook. Great Muzzy. Love the old
Alrighty.
Blues jersey.
Zook.
God, I want to do a case. I gotta see Pierre Turgeon. I have a Sneaky Pete jersey. Oh man, I want to do a case break of this now. Case break or like a 3-box break. I think that's a good call, Three Toed. He or she has a point there.
Gardner.
Pierre Turgeon, highest scoring player not in the Hall of
Bukowski.
Fame.
Didn't this dude play for the Sabres? Josh Georges.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Evolve. Sammy Salo. Salo.
Wow. I remember him. Look at that middle jersey. The old alternate they used to have on Vancouver.
yeah,
I loved that
Vancouver.
one. Pat Verbeek is another good one. Paul Coffey. That's a great call on everybody's part for sure. Oh, I see a goat head in the back
Yes,
there. I
there's
see
a
a
goat
goat
head.
head.
Oh,
Oh, that's my guy right there,
Chris
Chris
Pronger.
Pronger. I have that
New
jersey,
Jersey.
now, too.
Dallas Smith. Holzinger.
Oh, good Lord. Wow, they're digging deep.
Crone. And then who do we got? Ben Lovejoy, but it's that
The facsimile.
facsimile.
Ben Lovejoy. Interesting that they put the facsimiles in here. It'll throw you off. How many more packs you got? Oh, buddy.
Yeah. I'm trying, dude. We're going through the legends. We're trying to have a nice trip down memory lane here. Okay, whatever's in the back is out of 10. I just want to let you know.
Okay. Hopefully that's the auto then.
Simone Gagne.
Simone Gagne. I love
Robitaille.
Simone Gagne.
Red Wing? Jim Peplinski.
Wow. Out of
That's
10, though.
Flames. It's Flames out of 10. He wore number 24, too, so I respect
Okay,
it.
so there are some names you can get out of here. I think this is a fun little rip, though.
I mean, like I said, it's a trip down memory lane.
Some memories that I don't even know that was well before my time, for sure. Anderchuk? Or Anderson, my bad.
Evolve.
You can get 3 autos.
Grant Fuhr.
Interesting.
Evolve. Look at that middle jersey. The blue and white.
Grant Fuhr, yeah. I would agree. Yarger, one of the greatest of all times, for sure. But I am surprised. That's the problem. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet, probably because he does continue to play overseas as like the player coach.
Rutu.
Oh my God, Rutu.
Adam Graves. That's the facsimile auto again.
Last pack magic.
Magic.
A little LPM, huh?
Let's go for it.
Let's go. What do we got? Way to put that in there, Bally.
It's going to be a canvas. So Steve Thomas, Terry O'Reilly, Mike Sillinger, Martin Brodeur, and Doug Gilmour on the UD Canvas Legends.
Dougie Gilmour.
Dougie Gilmour.
So some fun names, like Yarger said multiple times, like a trip down memory lane. So definitely some fun names there. Excited to see what else we could get out of this. So if any of you guys open it, obviously let us know. I want to see what you guys got out of this box. But remember, if you want to win this giveaway, all you got to do is let us know who you think is an underrated legend of the game, because we just opened up and saw a bunch of legends in there. So hopefully you enjoyed that. That's going to do it for us today, though, on a Monday edition of The Chase. Can't wait to be back on Wednesday with more hobby fun for y'all. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your cousins, all the collectors in your life. Come watch the show. We do a giveaway every episode.
Damn
we have
episode.
some great guests that we always talk to. But I'm going to turn it over to Two Bros, One Break now. And Meerkat wanted me to let you guys know that when you go into the Two Bros, One Break lounge, when we rate it, they are doing a bracket challenge. They will give you more information on the bracket challenge, so stick with them because you could probably win some cool credit to DA or some cards. But thank you guys very much. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. We will be back here, twitch.tv/DA Card World, same time, same bat channel on Wednesday. We love y'all, and do me a favor. What do you guys got to remember? You guys know? I know you guys know.
It's
Say
all
about the chase. Oh, damn it, I missed. Here. See you guys on Wednesday. Love y'all. All right, top chat.
Bye.
Out.
Love you.
Ow. See ya.